Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly along with James Smith. I'm Lyle. James, we got a group with us tonight. We'll get
Yes.
to them in just a little bit. The One Ton Fishing Club. There's three members here. The other one is going to be on the way. We're going to have a great time visiting with them. But I have one announcement that I need to get to before we get started, James. And it is the Master Bait and Tackle Catfishing Club tournament results. First place was Bex and Bex with 49.18 pounds and Big Fish at 23.71 pounds, and that was a flathead. Um, Second place, 47.67 pounds, Cardwell, Sherman, and Cardwell. Third place was Corn and Sherman, 46.63. There's some close weights.
Yeah.
Fourth place was Newbie, Newby, and Messersmith with 45.71 pounds. And fifth place was Redmond and Cox with 40.69 pounds. I mean, you're
That
looking at
that newbie's name's in a lot of stuff, Lyle.
he's in the top five in nearly every tournament they send me. And congratulations to Brad and his son for winning that tournament and having big fish. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
They done
Yeah.
good. They fish a lot of tournaments over there. So glad to have the results sent to us. And remember, folks, if you want the results from any of the tournaments you fish, be sure to send them to us. We don't have time to look them all up, but if you get them to us through email or messenger, we'll be happy to announce them or upcoming events, anything like that. Um, the only other thing that I can think of is watching Stan catch that giant sturgeon the other day.
Oh man, that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was the weirdest looking catfish I ever seen.
Yeah, it's got whiskers. It's got whiskers. I'm not a fan of sturgeon. I would like to catch one of them 8-footers out in Oregon or somewhere. Them are giants, but I'm not sure I could do it anymore. But I'd like to try. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's just like gar. I have zero use for gar. I just bait thieves, thieve a damn things. I just don't have no use for them. But
They did fight fish, though.
they do fight. Even the small ones. We don't have any of the alligators anymore, but they're bringing them back to Missouri on the Mississippi and Missouri River to combat Asian carp. But we got the best thing to combat them if they put restrictions on them and just let the blues and flatheads take care of them.
Yeah.
But you got to let them be able to do it. That's the key. So
Bring Avid down there; he'll take care of them Asian carp.
Avid's rough on Asian carp. Bless his heart.
Big ass carp.
They make great bait. I slaughter everyone that gets in the boat and make bait out of them. They make great bait. James, what do you say we announce some of the people that's in chat with us?
Okay, let's do something right quick, educational, because since we just talked about that tournament and that newbie or whatever you said that guy's name was.
Newbie and Messersmith?
Yeah, we hear those names in the top 5 in a lot of tournaments.
Yep.
Their day will come when they're going to be number 1, if they hadn't already been.
Oh, they have been. They have been a time or two.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The people like that, we have a lot to learn from. They're constantly in that top 5 area on a lot of different lakes, a lot of different tournaments. People like that have a lot of knowledge. And you might see in that list of 5 up there that one name that keeps showing back up again and again. But the other 5 names might be names that you've never heard of.
That's fact.
So those are the people that if you get a chance to talk to or listen to, guys, take note. They're liable to drop you little hints or they're liable to drop little knowledge to you. And if you ain't paying attention, it's going to go right over your head.
You know, any of you that watch Mark with Catfish and Crappie fishes a lot on the Fox River over there. That's where a lot of their tournaments are held. And that is a very, very shallow river. 6-8 feet pretty much will kill it most of the time. Most of the time they're fishing in 3, 4, 5 foot of water or less. And them guys, it doesn't matter if they're on one of them lakes over there or if they're on that river. They're in the money, and great respect for them. They're doing really good. All right.
Sorry. Wow,
That's
just
all.
messaged me. She's on the way home. She's on the road. I just wanted to make sure she was
No
all right.
problem.
I'm seeing a bunch of people in chat tonight so far, Mr. Lyle.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing Takedown Catfishing, John Patrick Jr., Kevin Baker, Nuts and Bolts Fishing, Avid's in the house. Lance is in the house. Not going to say the last name. Hawaiian Fisherman. Craft Mark's in the house. Fishing and Freedom. I love that name. John Patrick Jr. Creole's in the house. Who else are you seeing in here a lot?
Brian B., William Smith, Dave Garcher, Fins and Fowl, Green Machine Outdoors. There's Mark with Catfish and Crappie. Josh, the Weekend Angler, Solo Texan Adventures. There's Mr. Becca.
There's Mr. Chad's in the house and fishing with Rob Mack. There's another Mako Fishing. There's a few names that was on up the list, Lyle. I was trying to catch up to you.
Yep, no problem. Gene Tillman's in there, Avid. Your boy Troy. Chrissy Brown.
Pontoon Jody.
Mr. Gadget, Friends and Finds. Team Cam Mayo.
Real Gals Fishing.
Takedown Catfishing.
Papa T.
Catfish Regulators.
Two Old Vets.
Lori Mayo. Geraldine Terry.
Mr. Dieter Melhorn.
Terador Arco. Fishing with the Squirrel.
Junior Proctor's in the house with us tonight.
All right. Glad to have Junior in here.
JP3.
High Plains R&R. Squirrels Magnet Fishing.
Mr. Gadget.
Keith Smart. Glad to see Keith in here. Hope you're feeling a little bit better, Keith. I know you're struggling, but hang in there. We're all praying for you, buddy. Dave Smith. Dave's been in a lot of chats here recently. It's good seeing him getting back involved with everything.
Yeah, there's LG Bass and Fins and Fowl, Fins and Fines.
And Pontoon Jody Catfishing.
Yeah, Mike Irvin. I think you said his name. Chrissy Brown.
I haven't seen Mr. Brown yet, but
I hadn't either. There's
sure
Becca.
Yep.
Miss Becca's in the house. She's been doing a lot of work with different people on these tournaments. Doing a good job.
She's been doing really good. There's two stands fishing. I'm pretty sure that's stand number 2.
There's Laughing Cats.
Reel and Raider Outdoors.
There's Sharina's in the house. Solo Texan Adventures. The Weekend Angler. Geraldine Terry. That's a few new names in there tonight, too.
Yeah, we are. That's awesome. We're glad to have him. Did we say Avid? I see he's in here. Oh, there's D.
Miss Keith.
Always glad to see D in here.
He's Smart's made it back in the house. I hope he's doing better.
I hope so, too. There's Papa T.
Teradora Arco. Now that I know how to say that name, I'll say it.
Silver Fox Fishing Sandy. Welcome.
Plains. Guys, don't forget, you see new names in here, new channels. Check out their channels. Share a little bit of love, share a little bit of bait, and you never know, you might learn a little something new from them too.
Might be. Mark says Betty's watching too. Awesome. I know she's on her way home, so we want her to pay attention to driving. There's Papa Ed. Glad to see him in here. Wealth of information right there.
Yep, I think we're about caught up here, Lyle.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that'll do it. I haven't. Let me move back over here. We got boom. How about that? What we had? We had him. Now he's gone. We'll keep working on that.
All right.
Oh.
I didn't even get to say who it was. It come up and disappeared. But there he is.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
What? How y'all doing?
How come did them guys not let you sit with them?
Do what?
Do them guys not let you sit with them?
Man, I'm all the way in Texas working, man.
Oh, well, I understand. I thought maybe Josh and Art and Kyle might have told you had to sit your own place. Let me turn you up just a little bit. I'm a little bit low on volume, but I'll turn you up and see if that helps me out a little bit.
Hey, baby daddy.
Give me a second here. Hold on, man.
Whoops.
Where's my friend back on?
I didn't take them off.
No, I know. It's not you. I'm just he probably did it. It's not you.
What have you guys been doing?
It's working.
That's it? There you go.
I think it's just fishing in. I went fishing today.
Really? I wish I could say that.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, me too.
I'm gonna try my dangest to be on the water Wednesday night for the show.
Well, I'm going to try to go someday after tomorrow because we have, believe it or not, it hardly ever rains here in Missouri. We got heavy thunderstorms coming in tomorrow. I'm back to mowing my yard every 4 or 5 days. It's really been a struggle this year trying to keep up with it, but I knew if I didn't mow it today that it'd be ready to bail by Wednesday or Thursday when it dried up. So when they say heavy thunderstorms, as much rain as we've been getting this year, I'm thinking that's a lot. So we just went ahead and mowed her up and got everything done.
That'll work.
So I'm just looking for a sunshiny day. But the good part is, it looks like fall's around. 70-degree weather.
The leaves are already falling.
Yeah. I mow them up too. Blow them off.
Oh yeah,
Blow them
Much as
off
I
on
can.
somebody else's property.
much as I can. I got them old daggum chestnut oaks down here that sound like you hitting a piece of boot leather every time you cut one of those cotton picking leaves up. Got them big old serrated edged leaves on them, big old giant acorns that even deer and squirrel won't eat.
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's Luther Harlow and
What are
Big
they,
Slim 91.
sycamore trees?
So what?
Are they sycamore trees?
No, it's oak. It's called a chestnut oak or a bur oak. I think they call it. Some people call them a bur oak. But the leaves are pointed shape, kind of pointed shape, and the edges are like they're serrated. But they'll have big old acorns on them about the size of your thumb, but there ain't nothing to eat them. They'll eat them back in the spring after they're done about rotting. Yeah, we first moved here. I thought, man, that's a deer magnet. Yeah, they wouldn't eat that mess.
Not even the squirrels.
They'll bury them in the ground till next year, till about spring when ain't really nothing else to eat, and they'll dig them up and start eating them. I cut open the white oak, a red oak, a chestnut oak. I got 4 oaks around here. And the reason they don't want to eat them big ones, that's the cotton picking bitter. It's like eating a green persimmon. So I don't know if they stick them in the ground and they get any sweeter or not, or they just finally get about starved to death and they'll dig them up and eat them. But that's about the only way they'll eat them.
Sweet.
Yeah, and white oaks are sweet though. Them red oak and white oak acres, they're sweet. That's why you hear them out there popping them. But so fishing. Y'all guys been doing a good bit of fishing here lately, putting some good fish on the banks.
Yeah, we try. We've been doing some live fishing here lately. The water's really low right now. We really need some rain, some kind of bad. A lot of our bank spots is so. Now, I know big fish come in shallow water, but I tell you what, they ain't been coming in the shallow waters we've been fishing. I'll tell you that.
It's kind of tough getting down there through that mud, though, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
That's why I don't bank fish anymore. If I fall, it take a wrecker to get me back up, or I can get back to the truck.
Art knows about that all too well.
Yeah.
I never.
And most of the bank spots we fish, it's a slow, gradual taper out to the.
We don't have none of them. Ours are like this.
Yeah, I would rather that because we can hoist it up easier instead of falling down trying to
You
trek
got
out.
to throw me a rope.
Mud.
Yeah, them long, shallow flats like that, man, it's hard to get your bait out far enough to get to next to where the fish are running.
Yeah, at least a decent sized fish. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to catch them when they're up running baits up in the springtime's the time to hit them areas right there when they pushing them baits up on them shallow flats. But after that,
I
You know, I
got a
heard something
question.
interesting. Sorry.
I got a question for you guys, and we're starting to get a few in chat. How do you guys go about getting your bait?
So,
Like
today, I went out bait fishing. So I started out in a little creek, and I finished off in a little creek today. But today I fished right on top of a boat ramp. I walked to the end of the boat ramp right at the water's edge and threw out just a worm. One place I used a worm and bobber, and I had caught 3 or 4. And the next place I was fishing on a bobber, but the water's still real shallow. And then sometimes you guys, they throw the net off dock.
Yeah, that's only been really fruitful for us in the wintertime now.
Yeah.
You know, cast netting off the bank. I'm too much of a cheapskate to try new places. So if I know there's nothing there for my net to get lost, I'll throw it. But you know, chucking $75 to $100 out and not getting it back kind of sucks. So,
I've done that a number of times. I used to go through about 3 a year. I haven't went through quite that many, and I've got a little bit more proficient about repairing them now. But used to be about 3 or 4 a year, but I'm down to 1 or 2 now. But yeah, it's when the water's low too. You haven't got no time. Once it hits the water, you almost immediately start after pulling it back up from the bank because you don't have time to react.
yeah.
Then we got some really good friends too that give us bait.
yes, absolutely.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
Shout out to Matt from Wannabe Outdoors.
Yeah.
He gave us a bunch of bait.
Yep.
He was awesome. He had it all nicely packaged up and froze for us and everything.
Way cool. Yeah, Matt's a good guy. Like him a lot.
Tim King from King's Catfishing. He guide trips, so if he has any bait left over, he didn't have nothing booked for the next day, and he don't want to see it go to waste, he'll offer it up. There's another guy local that hooked us up. Probably the biggest blessing to us this year was with some white sucker, like 24 or 28-inch white suckers.
Oh, wow.
And he does it for fun. He catches them for fun. And he saved them for us. We froze them, and I'd say 90% of our big fish, or any of our fish this year's, come off of that. That's probably been the best big we've ever.
Well, Dieter Melhorn said you would save all your money on cast nets if you use chicken for bait.
Chicken's a good wintertime bait that we've noticed from the bank.
I haven't ever caught anything on it.
Yeah, I have.
But chicken?
Yeah.
No, I don't have no luck with chicken. So I just leave it at the house. I'll save it to eat later.
Yeah, it'll be fried up later.
That's what I'm thinking. The best thing to do is just smoke it and call it a day.
Oh, yeah, smoked chicken is delicious, especially chicken thighs. Let's not start talking about food.
Yeah,
Yep.
chicken stays on the grill, not on the hook.
That's what I say. Yep. But I can see Dieter saying something like that.
Oh,
He
I'm
did
sure.
say it. It was in chat. That's
Yeah,
why I
there's no
said that.
question.
Peter would say that.
There's no question that he said it. No question.
But he likes his white perch too, though. He does like his white perch.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he just likes to catch them. I'm not sure he uses that many of them, but he sure does like to catch them. But he's not the only one.
Oh, no.
Some of them other guys out there, David Martin likes to catch them crappie. And, man, the fish he uses for bait, I would fry.
Yeah.
What you eat?
What'd
What's
you eat,
that?
Barry?
Oh, seafood salad. Ham sandwich.
Well, I just got through eating salt and pepper catfish, big old piece of flounder, and jumbo shrimp. That's what I just got through eating on.
That's that.
I didn't have that.
Not a taco.
It's pretty good. That's why I was yawning a little while ago. I done got my belly too cotton picking full.
Better take a nap.
That'll make it happen.
They gonna
Oh,
take
Lord.
That'll put you down, man.
Hey, keep going, man. You'll be one tonner.
Jarrett, where'd you say you was working at?
Oh, I'm in Austin, Texas right now.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Well, you're a long way from home.
Oh,
I
yeah.
miss you, Jared.
I miss y'all too, man. Really?
That's a long way.
Yeah.
Are you down there for extended period of time?
About 3 to 5 months. I come home about 1 weekend a month. I've been at this will be my second month. I'll be going home here in a couple weeks.
So when you get back, are these guys sitting there waiting to take you fishing?
If I ain't got a million things to do when I get there, I plan on doing some fishing.
There you go.
It's just been a hit and miss with the fishing here lately for me. So,
Oh no,
busy.
Rebecca
Wow,
said.
There's a bunch of guys I work. Do what?
Rebecca said she just had bacon wrapped frog legs.
That sounds good.
That sounds really good.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I can probably do
Now,
that.
guys, as far as your fishing, guys, how much emphasis do you put on your bait?
As far as what do you mean, like if we're picky about it?
Well, y'all have heard me say before that I think there's certain baits that do better in certain seasons. Now, all baits work pretty much most of the time if you put it on their nose. But to me, being a catfisherman, I believe being a bait fisherman is just as important as learning how to catch the catfish themselves.
Absolutely.
Now, what are some of y'all's better baits that y'all choose out there where you're at?
Brim. Yeah, I would say brim is probably the number one bait. One, the ease of catching them, and then all throughout the summer, bluegill is a good bait to use.
Yep.
Whether it's alive or cut.
Right.
Shad, we did a lot better in the cold when the water was colder.
Yeah.
For some weird reason.
Agreed.
Yeah, I would have agreed with all of that prior to this year when we started fishing with that white sucker. That's by far my favorite right now.
It's real greasy.
I have to agree with Josh.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah,
no matter what spot we were at, we caught fish with that.
It's real oily and sticky and slimy. Stinks. It's everything. Fishing Local 336. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it's a great bait if you can get it. That's some places throughout the United States. It's not as readily available as it is other places. The northern states seem to have a lot of it.
Yeah, we don't have many of the white suckers down here. With more of them yellow suckers that look more like a common carp than they do anything.
Yeah.
We might have a few, but most of us just the little old yellow suckers. And now we do have some of the, what is the one that's the red
horse suckers?
Yeah, we do have a few of those, and they're down more in the South Carolina area, down towards the Broad River area. I've seen them out there. We used to wade fishes, the back creeks, catch a smallmouth, and we'd see quite a few in there. The red horse, because I asked my buddy, I said, "Man, what is that?" It's got you. It just looked different than them old yellow ones that had been coming by all day long.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as nowhere near as many. But I heard a lot of people love the red horse suckers for bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask Gavin how he feels. I think Gavin wants to marry one.
Where is that?
Avid wants to marry a red horse sucker.
Well, 812 Joe, he loves the red horse suckers, and I know quite a few other people that love them red horse suckers.
Absolutely, it's good bait. I think the white suckers are better,
Right.
but they're not. That they're harder to come by.
Right.
Or for me, they are anyhow. But
yeah, like I said, we really haven't found. We know of one spot that's kind of close. It's up by where LG is. I think where this guy that caught him for us, it was probably an hour and a half from here up toward the mountains. And and a creek that's kind of deep. We don't really, a lot of our creeks aren't really like narrow and deep. They're all wide and deep because, you know, the lake we fish is a flood control. So I don't know where the suckers go or stay year round.
Let's talk about the water you fish.
What's that?
Let's talk a little bit about the water you fish.
Okay.
Where is it that you fish most of the time?
Well, yeah, I mean, Kerr Lake is the most recognizable place that we fish. You know, it's the home of the world record 143-pound blue.
Thank you, Fishing and Freedom. Appreciate that very much.
And, but we fish a lot in the rivers, really. I think I'd almost say we fish more in the river than we do in the lake.
Yeah, and I think we have better luck in the rivers. Boys, from springtime to the fall of the year, we have a lot more luck in the rivers, or right at the mouth of the rivers, going into the lake. So we got three main rivers that feed into Kerr Lake. We got the Dan River, the Bannister, and the Stanton. And most of the time we fish either the Dan or the Bannister normally.
Okay, cool. I do need to mention that Stan and Green Machine Outdoors both give us a 222 super chat. Thank you guys very much. Means the world to us.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, y'all right up there at Kerr Lake, man. That's the home of the monsters right there.
There's some there.
Yeah,
I haven't heard too much recently about any giants being caught out there, but here a few years ago, it was like every other day.
yeah.
Ain't that where they had the ice bowl?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I thought they did. That one big fish was caught during that ice bowl, what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Mhm.
Yep.
That was a huge freaking fish.
Yeah.
They've been putting some 80-pounders. Tim King caught, what, 87 or something?
Something like that.
A couple weeks ago.
I just must not be seeing it then.
But it ain't been a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it too has been the people that have been, you know, basically poaching catfish.
I wonder if it's got anything to do with the heat, if you're having the heat that we're having.
Well, we did see one of the a trusted source on the lake. He's a guide, and he's actually, well, you guys know who Joey Barrett is. He caught the North Carolina state record right before Rocky did.
Right.
He had put a post on Facebook that there was some commercial fishermen busted with some trot lines and stuff, and talking about how much they had in their boat and how much they got paid per pound for live fish. So I didn't think that happened here, but apparently it is.
It happens everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
It is, because they'll do it at night and at times when they think they can't get caught. Even if it's legal, they don't want people to know they're doing it because they don't want other people doing it too. So, yeah. That's too bad. Mark, thanks for putting up all the links to everybody's stuff in there. And Dieter.
Yeah, I got to educate a couple guys last weekend on pay lakes. They had asked me about one of our local pay lakes around here, and I educated them real quick.
That's good.
So told them, I said, just go down to the daggum lake and throw your line out. Stay away from the cotton picking places. Quit sponsoring these people that are raping our waters.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They are. They don't care. That's the sad part.
And I think what really sucks with it is when people try to push back and get some traction to fight against them, and you don't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very discouraging. I've been doing it for years and years. You get 2 steps forward, take 1 back, and you might take 2 steps forward and it stay for a little while, and then you might get 2 back. You just keep going. You keep working with it. But if you get in and stay good with whoever's in charge in your area, if you can stay on their good side, good things will eventually happen. But you cannot get in a rush. You just and it does 0% good to cuss them and raise hell with them, because that just puts you at the bottom of the list for years to come. They don't have to put up that, and they are not going to.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not going
No.
to get you anywhere. Show you.
No, it doesn't. That's not how it works. If you can't play the political game, the political end of it, you're better off to leave it alone. Let someone else do it.
Yeah,
Makes
you
a lot
just
of
got to
sense.
keep educating people that you hear that's going to those lakes. Just educate them in the right direction,
That's
and
right.
then they'll educate somebody else, and then
Yep.
they'll educate somebody else. And sooner or later, they ain't gonna have nobody who wants to come fish them.
That's cool.
You hit them in the wallet, and it all comes to a halt.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what
take
we've
that
ever
flow
done.
of money away from them. They'll go back to flipping burgers at McDonald's.
Josh, where are you guys going to head out to for your next adventure?
Good question.
I didn't know if you all had anything planned or not. And I'm sure Art's going to be biting the head off of another bait
That's
Probably
only
will this weekend.
That's only
this weekend. Well, be sure and let me know. Tag me in it so I can see it.
Yeah, definitely.
Ah.
Yeah. Art and I are getting ready. We've got a leadership retreat thing for our church that we're going to.
Nice.
It's actually at the beach,
Yeah, the Outer Banks.
Outer Banks, North Carolina. So we're going to try to fit some time in there to go do a little bit of just a little bit of surf fishing, or maybe I was thinking about maybe even a pier.
Yeah, if there's a pier close, I would be cool with that. Too.
We had talked about wanting to maybe try to charter a boat, but the hours of free time that they have, it's never gonna happen. It's like from lunch to supper. that ain't gonna work for
Is that
a
an
charter
overnight
boat.
trip?
Yeah,
I didn't know if you guys had any fishing bank trips planned for the group in the next week or two or not.
I know Mike Chavez is coming down to fish with us, so that's not really a trip, but
Now, I have to ask, is he coming down just to fish or is he going to cook while he's there?
But
look, does this fat man eat?
Yes.
That's what
Well, we know Mike can cook up some grub now.
Not
He
that I'm
really
calling
can.
Mike fat, 'cause he's
Oh,
tiny
boy.
compared to us.
yeah,
But he likes to cook.
I'm looking forward to it because I'll be off hopefully
Oh heck yeah!
since I'm on first shift now. So I missed it last time.
Well, he'll be in good hands with Mike Chavez. He's a great guy to be around. I visited with him at the Catfish conference a time or two, and we visited and talked, and he is a cool guy. And some of the stuff that he makes to eat, I could really get into.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jared, you ain't hit none of those lakes down there in Texas while you working down there?
I'm working 7 days, but if I get off early enough one day, I'm like 20 minutes from the Colorado River right here. I want to hit that up one evening.
I don't think you're too far from Old Creole down there.
Huh?
I don't think you're that far from Old Creole.
I seen what he said. I won't too far from it. But,
That'd be kind of fun to go down there and spend a little time with him.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd put you on the boat with him.
Yeah.
He got a pretty good sized boat.
Now, how do y'all pick out the places that y'all go bait fishing? There's most of it public areas, or is it?
yeah. There's a couple that aren't, but pretty much depends on how many of us are going. That's how
Right.
you figure it out.
How much room is there on that bank?
Who's going with us? Okay, where we gotta go?
Well, you've had some pretty big crowds when you've been at some of them. You've been down there, and Tom LG Bass has been down there, and Laura, and several other people besides you four.
Yep, Aaron, Catfish Regulators, Kenneth
Yeah.
Powell. Take down Catfish and Kenneth Powell.
Yeah.
Old Jelly
Hooks and
Roll.
hammocks.
Matt come down from Arkansas,
Huh?
but yeah, that's a big crowd when you get 10 or 12 people on a bank jockeying for positions, and I think one person be designed to throw the rods out, and then you take turns reeling them in. They keep getting crossed up.
Sometimes
That's a
we
good
do that. Sometimes.
A lot of times, though, if somebody comes,
Go ahead.
when somebody comes, to visit from out of town or semi out of town or whatever, we just I'd rather for them to take the opportunity to be able to catch something more so than one of us. Just because we want them to have a good time.
Absolutely.
That, it's what you try to do if you host.
Yeah, you just have to watch Art though. He gets a little excited. He just jumps in front of him anyway though.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Hey, Haz, welcome to the feed. Glad to see you in here, Brad Cottle.
Oh, we
right
have a
back.
fun spot.
Okay.
And, we can get a lot of people. It's one spot we go to. I think we hit like 20 some rods out one time.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good area.
Yeah.
Now, are them spots that you're going to, are they like a sandy bottom, or are they muddy, or?
Buddy,
The correct answer is yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on where we go.
Yeah, definitely not a lot of plants. It's either rock, mud, or log.
Well, now, I've seen a couple of you take tumbles and end up in the water.
A couple. You call me fat?
No. But, sitting back when you're not the one falling in the water, it's kind of funny. But if you're the one falling, it ain't near as funny when you're the one falling.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. I actually hurt my back when I did that. I was down and out for a couple of weeks. My back hurt so bad.
Oh,
Thank goodness
yeah.
I got a disc out.
Hold on a minute. We got to go talk about this though. I don't know if you ever heard this story. So me and Art go behind the Halifax Dam. And it's the mouth of the Bannister River. So he brings his cart, his wagon. We put all our stuff in it.
Full of stuff,
man. And I offered 2 or 3 times on the way down. Listen, way down to pull it. He said, "No, I got it." So on the way back uphill, about a mile now, he said, "Here you go, you can pull the cart." So I pulled it all the way back uphill.
Oh.
Downhill, it wasn't a problem. Uphill, he had me do it.
I'd be wanting to break on that baby going down the hill.
And 100 degrees.
Oh, baby.
100 degrees outside.
Well, who was it that slipped down the mud bank that night getting that flathead? Yeah, I thought it was, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, no, that was Travis.
Oh, no,
that was little Travis.
Travis, yeah, that's one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I fell during the catch and cook challenge on Palmetto Show.
Yeah.
I fell in the water on my knees trying to get the channel cat so we can have something to cook.
But you got the fish.
Wouldn't have won if he hadn't went diving after that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Catch another one.
You got to do what you got to do.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's
Mine
okay,
just pulled
dude.
up, blowed the horn, and kept blowing the horn. I didn't know what was going on. Went out there, and there's about 15, 20 deer standing in my driveway.
She trying to move them out of the way?
Yeah, she trying to blow the horn and get them to move.
But we know what you're having for dinner tomorrow.
I got a couple deer steaks in the freezer back here, a couple of back straps ready to go on the pan.
Ooh, backstraps.
Man,
I like
I
backstrap.
fry up about 2 pounds of bacon. Get that grease all fried up in there. And I cut up me an onion, get it, started sauteing, and lay them daggum. Everything is better with bacon grease in it.
Everything's better with bacon.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't seen nothing yet you could put bacon on and didn't improve it.
There you go.
Yeah, you can put them on a donut.
Yeah. Ice cream, they don't matter.
Waffles.
Waffles? I like waffles.
Y'all guys ever eat asparagus?
Oh, yeah. Wrapping bacon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I buy me a packet of chanterelle mushrooms and fry in there with that daggum asparagus and an onion and some garlic. And fry it up a little bit in bacon grease till it gets crispy, and a black cast iron pan. Now you got to have a good black pan.
That'll make me slap Kyle's mama.
That tough lady.
Yeah, I believe she'd slap back.
Probably so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know Kyle's mom would hit me back. I probably wouldn't be able to, I'd drop back a nub if I tried swinging at her.
Creole says if bacon doesn't help the taste, you're not using enough bacon.
Kudos.
This is true.
Yeah, good, right.
That sounds pretty much right to me.
I got
Bacon
wrapped
on
in
it.
bacon. Yeah, there you go.
That's right, bacon wrapped shad head.
That's,
I'm gonna bring some
I don't know
bacon.
about that. I'm
No.
going to have to leave that with him. I
Yeah.
don't think I can hang with that. Bacon wrap bacon is my favorite. Yeah, I'm thinking that's be pretty good too.
There's Mr. Chavez in the house talking about Baconator.
Baconators are good.
Man,
Yeah,
my
like when the
favorite
morel
burrito-
mushrooms come out in the spring, boy, I deep fry them rascals in bacon grease. Oh. Y'all boys
Hey,
ain't
they're
never eaten.
fishing with JBT in there. I've been watching him a little
Yeah.
bit at night. If you guys get a chance, you need to check him out. Has a lot of fun catching them channel cat down there in Texas.
I'm gonna tell you, they ain't nothing like a bunch of little old mess of channel cats about that long. No longer than 8-10 inches long. That's the
His are a little bigger than that.
yeah, he's catching good ones.
Yeah, he catches some pretty good ones. There's Kelly Bullock.
We got a buddy we plan on doing a channel cat, going out just to put some in the freezer like it. Well, I don't freeze. I don't like my fish froze, but cheese stuffed meatloaf wrapped in bacon. See, everything's best in bacon.
Everything's better than bacon.
Big
Oh,
Bill's
man.
veteran catfishing. I hear you. That's a new one too.
That is a new one.
There's Bill of Rights.
I ain't seen. I was watching one of his videos the other day. He done a really good job. Of course, he always did do good jobs on his videos, but he had his brother with him. It was quite comical. I enjoyed it very much.
I started watching him when he was redoing that boat.
Oh wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I've been watching him a long time.
Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem. David Martin just got in the chat, or at least I'm just now seeing him, and he says Bacon Weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, David does the cooking too, boy.
Yes, he does. He sure does, and he catches a lot of crappie, and I enjoy watching him do it.
David's just a good fisherman.
He is all around.
He's patient. He's one of those patient people that you could tell he'd done his share of bank fishing, where you gotta be patient, pick out a good spot, and kind of wait on the fish to come to you. When you pick those good spots, then hey, you ready to go? Oh, congratulations on 1,001 ton.
Yep,
Appreciate
Thank you.
that's awesome. If Jody hadn't said something about that, I would have already forgot it. That is
Me
quite
too.
an accomplishment.
Hey, we got an announcement.
Let's have it.
So we can do it toward the end of the show. We're going to do a hat giveaway.
Okay.
But the really important part is we haven't gotten them in yet. They're on order. So whoever the winner is, got to just bear with us. When we get them in, we'll get it out.
Okay.
We don't even know what it looks like yet because we ordered some different colors. But this one's going to be like the same style color Kyle has on with the heather gray and the black with an original 1 ton logo, the black and white one on the side. And that'll be the one that the winner will win.
I hear you.
Awesome. Sounds good. Brandon, thank you so much. Do you want to do that in the giveaway tool that StringYard supplies us with?
No, it don't matter. We're easy.
Okay, well, that's the easiest way and the most
whatever
fair
works.
way I've found. And I don't have to do anything extra much.
That sounds like a winner to me.
Hey,
And I'm
that's a
like,
winner.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, do your
Just
thing.
make
Man.
sure they're subscribed to us, Hooks and Hammocks, and you guys.
Well, to Hooks and Hammocks,
Yeah, see, they're
Chris?
hammocks is they were really cool when they came and visited us.
Chris has been mean to me here lately, but we'll include him in that.
Yeah.
But Kelly's always nice to me.
Yeah, we like Telly.
Yeah.
Chris is, he's
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, everybody that's interested in winning a hat from the 1 Ton Fishing Club can go in and make sure you're a subscriber to Catfish Weekly. Make sure you're a subscriber to the 1 Ton Fishing Club, and make sure you're a subscriber to Hooks and Hammocks. Even if, well, just for Chris, just for Telly.
Do it for Telly.
She's sweet.
And the reason is, I think Josh was trying to explain it before, is they're close to 1,000. So.
Oh, they are. They're close to 1,000. Well, we need to get them to 1,000.
Yeah.
Even if Chris is, you know what? We met them up in Mendota this year, and they are two of the nicest people you ever want to be around. I give Chris a little bit of crap because he gives me some, but that's okay. You know, that's what makes the world go round. We kind of got into that at the Chinese buffet out when we was all out there at James's a little bit, but it was really, really good. It was good food and good times, and yeah, if Chris and Telly is that close, you sure need to run over and subscribe to them for sure.
And guys, I do want to thank y'all for making you drive out here to North Carolina for that tournament. That meant a lot to me, guys.
Yeah, good time.
I
had a good time. I had a good time till we started going back, and the closer I got to home, the more I wanted to be there. And
oh, I know you did.
The only thing we stopped for was to eat and fill up with fuel. Other than that, we hammered down. Well, we have to take a tinkle once in a while, but we left that morning and we rolled in that night.
Hell, I believe I was about as tired as y'all was.
You was pretty wore out. You've been up quite a while. It's hard to do that. It's hard to do that. You got to have some good help to put a tournament on.
And I don't know about you, but anytime I got something like that going on, you forget sleeping the night before.
Oh yeah, Cindy and I used to go to all them big tournaments, and we never slept before a tournament. Then turn around a lot of times, drive home.
Yeah.
Hey James.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people it's hard being a social butterfly, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's why really, when you having a tournament that's really kind of rounded around YouTube, when I had my first one, it was YouTube only. And I was trying to run everything, and Richard was trying to help me a little bit, but I had so many people wanting to come up and shake my hand because nobody at that time had ever had a YouTube thing, and nobody had ever met each other. So this was the first really kind of meet and greet. Well, I was shaking hands, hollering names, and looking here, writing this down. I got home. I didn't even unload my truck. I just went in there, run through the shower, went right on to bed. I wasn't even worried about that mess. Then I felt bad because guys like y'all and Lyle and stuff for the next one made a long drives, and that meant a lot to me and to the veterans.
We got a good night's sleep before. After we left there, we went and got something to eat with Chad and Dee, and I don't know, you guys was there too, wasn't you?
Was that Golden Corral or was that a different time?
That was Golden Corral.
Yeah,
that's a trough.
Yeah.
Me and my little boy, we went on and drove back home because we didn't stay there another night.
That's all right. I ate enough for you. I got your share of it while I was there.
Yeah, that's fine.
I might have had a little bit of it.
My little boy, he slept we made about an hour on the road, and he went to sleep all the way to the time we got home. So,
how far is it for you guys?
What's that?
How far was it for you guys?
right at 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
That ain't bad.
That's not
I
too
won't
bad.
Thank you, Mark.
Oh, thank you, Mark. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, and stuff like that is always enjoyable. You get to meet new people, put a name with a face. That is one of the main things for me.
Oh,
yeah, Chad was scarier in person than I did.
Isn't that the truth?
Shorter, too.
I didn't realize he's only that tall.
Yeah, and Dee's so nice. I don't know how she tolerates him. I really don't. Freddie's Outdoor Adventure says, so wow, what size weights do they use from the bank? And I would like to say, I got a care package in the mail from Freddie today with some cool stuff in it. You won't be able to see this, but it is a very small pan that you would pan gold out of with a little vial that's actually got some flakes of gold in it. First gold other than for rings and stuff that I ever held in my hand. That's awesome, Freddie. I can't thank you enough. It's really, really a cool deal.
Freddie, where's that gold from? Tell me.
Kim Burnett.
He done got me curious now.
Thanks for joining us, Kim. Hope everybody's doing okay in your family. We're still praying for you, my friend.
Jeremy Tournament Cats. Wow, we just keep getting people in here coming in.
Yeah, we do. So, Freddie's got a legitimate question. What kind of weight do you guys cast from the bank when you're fishing?
I normally do anywhere between 4 to 6 ounces.
Between 4 and 6, okay?
Normally. Now,
Okay.
if it's a flooded river, I have fished on where the water's up to the top of the bank. Sometimes I throw 10 or 12.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it, my friend.
Because of the current, you're having to use that much weight to keep your baits down.
Yeah. One of the rivers is really narrow, so when we get a lot of rain, it gets pretty strong current, a bunch of junk running down in it, leaves and sticks and stuff.
It's some of the best fishing there.
Man, it is.
I thought we used a lot of weight until I went fishing with Dan from Green Machine and Mike Chavez. I don't know, Chickamauhaniki, whatever name of that river is. But good Lord, we were throwing like 12 and 16 ounces, and I'm like,
That's like a pound.
no wonder I had my reels messed up.
Yeah. I throw
Crazy.
3 to 5 ounces is all I really do. If I need more, I'll clip a second 5 on there or a 3 or something on the second 5. But
There ain't no sense me even talking, is there, James?
No.
Lyle throws
1/8 ounce.
He throws Campbell soup cans full of cement out.
Just about. I got a mold that makes 20s and 24s.
Son of a gun.
And sometimes that ain't enough. If I'm dead sticking out the side of the boat, you want that bait to be straight down. And sometimes 24 won't coat it. It'll get out. So you don't know how far off the bottom it is, and I'll put 2 of them on.
Mark from Catfish and Crappie wanted to say, Jared,
Yeah.
what do you do for a hot chip challenge?
What do you do for a hot chip challenge?
Wait a minute. Let me read that again. Would you do the hot chip challenge again?
Oh, absolutely. I sure would.
That looked painful, dude.
It did.
It was. I'll be honest with you. The whole reason behind it, for the calls and everything, after it was said and done, I felt really good about it, and that I did a good thing, raising money for the Diabetes Association and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'd be willing to do it again. I'd like to see how long I can do that thing in my mouth. I'll be honest with you now. I don't think I said anything about it since then, but me and my wife had planned on going on a date that evening and getting some dinner. And I probably, if it hadn't been for that, I probably could have held it in my mouth at least another minute or so. But I just won't try to ruin my day. I'll already, after just that little bit of time in my mouth, I couldn't taste anything for the rest of the day and part of the next day. I couldn't taste anything.
I gotta know, was it worse holding it in your mouth or after it went down?
The second, okay, so before, if you go back and watch the video, and we were trying to figure out when to say go, the second, like I barely touched my tongue with it, and we hadn't said go yet, and just barely touching my tongue, it just like that, it set my mouth ablaze, man, and it was a heck of an experience, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Really close to Jesus in that moment.
yeah. I'm probably not no more going to do that, and I am going to be bite the head off one of them skippies.
Yeah, but yeah, I'd do it again though.
Wow.
What was it? The Ghost, the Carolina Reaper, they was on it?
Yeah, I think that and a little bit of something else. I'm not real sure. I still got the box. I still got the box for it, but yeah, I ain't sure what all was on that thing. She was hot though.
That Carolina Reaper, I think, is supposedly the world's hottest pepper. And that thing ain't about that long, but that son of a gun will boil.
They all look hot to me.
Was it worth?
I tried it. Guy brought some when they first come out with that thing, and it was a little vial of the juice of it.
Oh, yeah.
And to season a pot of chili, you use a toothpick to dip in it and dip it in your chili. A toothpick.
Yeah.
Wow.
We had old boy said, that ain't nothing. I've eaten that stuff all my life. He took a toothpick and then wiped it across a saltine cracker. That boy eat that cracker. He had to go home.
Yeah, I bet he did.
He went home.
I seen somebody ask, was it worse going in or out? I'd have to say it was worse going in, but coming out, I could definitely tell I'd ate that something.
I'm pretty sure.
I bet I had to go squat in the creek.
Tom Cruise.
Go squat in the creek.
I bet I had to go squat in the creek.
You can tell when it's good chili when you go out in the dark and unload and it glows.
That's true.
Oh,
I'm making barbecue
Lord.
sauce, James.
So what?
With that Mad Dog 357 plutonium.
Yeah.
It's a Carolina Reaper, or no, I'm sorry, Ghost Pepper.
Ghost pepper.
Yeah.
And it's like what you're talking about. You could literally stick that toothpick in there and season.
Yeah, I don't want no part of nothing like that. DMV, welcome to chat, buddy. Glad to see you in here.
What's going on, man?
It'll light you up, won't it, Jared?
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith Smart says the burning ring of
I
fire.
had to go get that bottle.
Yeah, the burning ring of fire.
Uncle Kool-Aid. What's up,
Who
Wayne?
that is?
Wayne.
What's up, Wayne?
I see
Wayne.
Wayne's in there.
Yeah, Wayne's in the chat.
No,
That's our
Papa
buddy
Ed
Wayne.
said his
Uncle
Wi-Fi
Kool-Aid
was bad.
Catfish.
I'm trying to find all these comments you guys are talking about, but they're already gone. Hey, looky here. Big Nasty has made chat. We're so glad to have him in here.
Hey, y'all seen that TikTok him doing them life jackets? He put it on like a diaper.
He's a trip.
Funny.
Y'all got to
He's
check him
hilarious.
out on TikTok if you haven't already.
I haven't checked. I don't do TikTok, but I got the privilege while you guys was at the bank down there fishing at James's tournament. I spent the afternoon up there with him and David Martin, and I laughed so hard at them two that I couldn't hardly walk to the truck that night because my sides hurt so bad.
Yeah.
He's
hilarious, man.
He is. He put out a TikTok recently. It's not safe for the YouTube viewing community. It's on TikTok, but it's funny. He's talking about somebody speeding, going down the water. He goes, "Look at that!"
I gotta tell you,
It's funny.
if you see him in the videos of him and David fishing out there, and he gets sick in that boat. If you happen to see that, it's worth watching.
Is it on David's channel or on his?
Yeah, it's on David.
It's
I
on his
watched
Facebook
it.
page.
Yeah, it's on his Facebook page. I watched it when it was live, and I went back and watched it countless times. This fish took a dump on him, and
Oh, big time.
I'm
Big time
telling you.
unloaded all over his hat, his steering wheel, his shifter, everything.
the fish pooing. Yeah, that's a fact. It was hilarious.
Yeah, dude. And all these great pictures of me with this beautiful fish on the Shishmahana River, fishing with Dan and Mike Chavez. And I had this picture of this big, beautiful 44, 45 pound blue. And there's a whole line of crap coming down my side.
It was all gray and
Gray
nasty.
and slimy.
I didn't know that Dan fished the Chickahominy.
Yeah, I think Chavez helped you guys, right? He was
Yeah.
kind of like your guide out there.
Yep,
That's
Chavez
cool.
showed us all these secret spots. So, highest bid.
Well, he's got a few. He
That was
kept
a
us some
blast.
great fish. And, people, it had been a long time since we'd seen Mike do much fishing because he works a lot. And about the only thing he had time to do was the cooking videos. And then, boom, all at once, he done a couple of fishing videos. Everybody said, hey, he still knows how to fish. Well, yeah.
I thought he was a cooking channel.
Yeah.
There's not too many people in this. There's not too many people in this live stream to say they caught something over 80 pounds.
Oh, man.
Yep, he can.
That's a fish of a lifetime.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right.
And it's cool too. Is like he even got to show off some of his skills from pre catfishing when he used to do a lot of crappie and stuff.
Yep.
he's skipping docks.
I guess he was quite the crappie guy back in the day. Yeah.
We were going for white perch.
Welcome, Epic.
He'd bring that sucker back and slingshot right up underneath the dock. And almost every time he did that, he caught a fish. It was impressive.
When that sun's out and it's beating down on them, they find shade just like you and I do. And
Yeah.
The guys that know how to do that well know how to do it, you know. And
Yeah, normally we're the shade though.
Yeah.
yeah, I can't hardly be in a boat without a top on it anymore because of that. It's not that it's any cooler, but if you knock that sun off of you, it's tolerable. And we have one of those awnings that you set up with 4 legs. And if I was going to be on the bank, I'd have that set up there too.
Yeah. We use
Yep.
awnings.
Y'all boys make you get your legs ready so when the next tournament comes out, I want y'all to go on that bank on the far side over there.
I'm gonna be there next time.
But the next one ain't gonna
Right
be at
there.
South Point. We're gonna move it down to the Buster Boy Bridge. There'll be a lot more area for y'all to fish off of the bank, but it's a bigger landing. It's in South Carolina, so you'll make sure you get your South Carolina license. But they've been some monster fish brought off that bank. There's an old veteran that sits down there and fishes all the time. And that one weekend, I think he caught a 50, a 62, and a 68 that one weekend.
Oh, wow.
And he sits there the whole time for that whole weekend, you know. So, but I don't know if y'all going to use the bait he uses. He uses rotten channel cats to fish with.
Rotten channel cat.
Anybody that can bite the head off of a shad can bait anything.
I
There's
don't
no
know.
question.
I've been down there when that old man opened that 5-gallon bucket and there'd be 15 people scattered.
I believe.
I bet.
Sonic
Yeah,
Boom.
probably so.
Yeah.
I might be
But-
one of them. I'll be like,
Yeah,
You know,
we can get some worms.
I've always heard that stink baits and stuff like that don't catch them big fish. Well,
Oh,
he just goes to prove you wrong with that rotten channel cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
I
James,
know
think
how
we
he
have
does
to
it.
figure out next year.
Maybe he don't have a sense of smell or something.
He must not. All I can say, man.
We must have had COVID.
You have
Well, yeah, that,
to be pretty tough. I know that.
I would think so. Yeah. Anything rotten is going to be bad.
Yeah. He'll stick it in there, stick it in the back of his truck for about a week, and it's ready to go.
I
can't
still
imagine
heat.
like Maggie
I
said.
I still
He
heat
was
skin in the
standing
deer. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I'm
Rotten
saying.
catfish.
Yeah, ain't worth it.
I don't think I have a weak stomach, but there's just some things that we ain't doing, and biting the head off of a fish is one of them. I ain't never going to do that.
Oh yeah.
You guys see
Ain't
Steve
doing that.
Douglas video where he had to clean out his bait, his Yeti that he forgot skipjack in?
I've done that so many times. Back in the day when we used to always have cheap coolers, I just throw them away and go get another one.
Right.
But
Yeah.
these ones we got now, you can't afford to do that.
Yeah.
No, man, I had a little old Civic hatchback and went catfishing and forgot that there was 2 buckets of chicken liver sitting in the back.
Oh,
Got off work at about 4 o'clock that evening and bailed and sat down in the seat. As soon as my butt hit the seat, I bailed back out, throwing up, man. That
I bet
whole
you
car,
did.
they had popped open back there in the back of that hatch.
you can't get the smell out of that car either, can you?
Oh, my God.
I bet you rode home with the hatchback open.
Oh,
No, it stayed in the parking lot till 2 days later. I opened it up and left that sucker standing wide open for 2 days at the plant. Somebody else took my butt home.
Okay, I couldn't blame him.
Oh, there wasn't no way. I couldn't get in there, man.
Yeah.
Josh says
rough.
he threw away a 30-quart Engel cooler because he forgot it had bait in it. It was that bad. I've been there, dude. If you can get it out of it and fill it up with water and put about a half a gallon of bleach in it, it'll straighten it right out.
Yeah.
If you can stand to do it, it'll fix
Yeah.
it. But it's tough, man. Like I say, the old days when you buy them for $8, $10, $15, I just don't want to go get another one. But these ones
They do
these
it now.
days, $300 or $400, you can't afford to do that. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah, now you got these masks. You can put a little bit of mentholatum inside the mask like that, stick it on your face, and you might be able to get through with it.
It might keep you from getting COVID while you're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good for your breathing.
I bet.
Open you right up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So when y'all headed back to the Kerr area?
Next weekend.
I hear you.
Maybe
I'm
this weekend.
thinking Laura's probably right about that.
Yeah.
Just an old fish rag you wipe your hands on, left in a car in that hot summer days. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know how we get off on these tangents, but Creel says, try a freezer with 200 slicker rotten in it. I have done that also. You get gone and you go somewhere for the weekend, and it must have went out the day you left. Because when you get back, it's all melted and nasty, and you never forget it once you open that door.
Yeah.
You never forget that.
Anything you leave in a freezer.
That's right. That's right.
Will
Yeah, Marvel's Candace hauled one to the dump. He took a daggone motorcycle strap and strapped the door shut, folded it up on the back of his pickup truck, and went straight to the dump.
Yeah.
He said, I ain't even going to open it up. The power's been off for a week. I ain't even going to open it up. Strap it down, lock it down, and load it up and haul it off.
Mm-hmm.
Rob with 2 old vets says, ask Josh about his dinner last night.
Oh, would you?
Josh was eating strippers.
I was not eating strippers.
What was that?
You don't want to know what he said.
Yeah,
That was from another chat.
I'm sorry.
I had striper.
Striper.
Yeah, striped bass. So Rob and I have been playing in this for a while because I've never fished with planer boards, and I mentioned it in the chat one time. I was asking him questions how they work, and he said, "Well, come on out to." He lives at Smith Mountain Lake in Virginia. Hey, so come out sometime. I'll show you how they work. And I was like, "All right, man," And something come up. We just weren't able to kind of get together. Well, we finally worked it out, and we were able to get together and go fishing this past weekend. And man, I had a blast. I truly had a blast. We got our limit. Biggest one was I think 28 inches.
Nice.
And I tell you what, it was some good eating too.
They say striper's really good. I can't think of any time that I ever ate any.
Well, you're missing out. If you ever have the opportunity, I definitely
Awesome.
suggest it.
We got them around here. I just don't
Sweet
fish
meat.
for them.
Yeah.
Fishing with the Squirrel says y'all might have addressed this. But how's the boat coming?
What was that?
Ask you about your boat.
How's the boat coming, Kyle?
How's the boat
It's coming
coming?
good. I've hit it out on the water 3 or 4 times. I got a couple things I got to get done to it. So I've got to get a bracket welded on for my transducer. Hopefully that'll be done next week. And I'll order some guides to put on it for the back when loading and unloading. I have some trouble. I have no trouble unloading, but I have some trouble loading it sometimes.
Well, I've seen other people have trouble doing that too. They look easy to load, pontoons do, but sometimes they're not, especially if the wind's blowing.
Yeah, and then I got to get some lights for it too for night fishing.
Yeah, that'll help you a great deal.
Message me tomorrow. I'll send you some pictures of the trailer that I used with the wife's boat.
Okay.
That son of a gun, man, I ain't ever had a liquor problem. Windy days or not, I can zoom right up on that thing like it ain't nobody's business and be gone quick, just as quick as anybody with a regular boat.
Sweet.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely shoot you a message tomorrow.
Instead of putting them rollers on the inside like a lot of them's got, mine's got the long rails on the inside that go to full length, because then if you come in a little bit crooked, all you do is bump it and it'll straighten it right back up. With them rollers, you might go in between them rollers. You know what I'm saying? If the wind kicks you around, with them long rails up the center, and once it gets in there, it'll pull itself back around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking going in hot's the best option.
Yeah.
Hotter the better.
If you don't, that wind's going to kick that butt around on you in a heartbeat, and you might as well back up and start over again.
We sat and watched the guy one time, my oldest son, he just come in from basic training out of the military, and he was pretty.
I got to answer this. Sorry.
Okay. He was pretty hot, pretty wound up, pretty tough guy. And we sat there for 45 minutes, and he walked down there twice and asked the old boy if he could help him load it. And the guy got mad the second time. He says, if you talk to me like that again, I'm going to shove you, boat and all, back in the lake, drive your car out of the way, and then we're going to load our boat. Yeah, them was the days.
Well, I want to give a quick shout out to Mike Stokes Fishing. I just recently kind of stumbled across him in one of the Facebook forums. He's just getting into YouTubing. He's like a little over 100 subscribers. and I found out he fishes our waters. There's not too many people around here that does YouTube that fishes cur and like the rivers and stuff. So I just want to give him a quick shout out. We haven't met in person yet, but
I have a nephew named Mike Stokes, but he lives in Tennessee. But we're always glad to help them guys out like that, especially the ones getting started. And he must be a cool guy. Last name's right.
yeah,
Yeah, he's probably all right.
Hey, Tim Molina.
he lives probably an hour and a half from here.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, did you got? Let's see. You said you want to give away a hat, but now the people have to understand that the hat is not in yet, but you'll ship it to them when it comes in. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yes, and they just need to email us at 1 Ton Fishing Club, all spelled out, ONETONFISHINGCOLU.
Okay.
At gmail.com. And
At
we'll
Gmail.
contact as soon as we get it in, we'll ship it out.
We can keep it U.S. only.
How come bottom just fell out here?
U.S. only, Lyle, unless you're picking up the shipping tab.
What's that? U.S. only. Yeah. I'm not.
Lyle said, no, I'm not.
I have shipped decals to guys overseas. I'd have to tell you, I feel so blessed that Cindy and I get stuff shipped to us all the time, and some of them are from England and Australia and different places, and those guys send me their decals. And I don't have any of the little ones like everybody's making. The ones I have them made are 3x5 or something, and it doesn't matter if they take the time to send me. Well, I'm sending them one. Understand? I find that very cool that people in Australia and Great Britain and Switzerland and England and all over the world watch us. They don't all do it every week, but they do watch us, and they care about what we're doing. Just like I've seen them guys on when you guys was out fishing at night come in from faraway places, and that's just way cool. It really is. So
It's a cool
if they send me a decal, they're going to get one, and that's where a lot of this money that people send us and donate to us. It takes a little bit of that to ship some of that stuff because I want to make sure they get something in return because we appreciate them so much for watching. Because if they get to sharing what we do in the United States out amongst their friends overseas, we could all really grow by great numbers.
Freddie said, Lyle, you got some North Carolina gold from the mountains of North Carolina.
That's way cool. Way cool. It'll never leave my possession as long as I'm around, I promise you.
Yep. One tonners, I'm going to tell you, there's only been one other channel that sent me a sticker besides y'all, and that was 812 when he first getting his channel up and going. And y'all the only other ones that ever sent me a sticker. So thank you for the love you shared, buddy.
Absolutely.
We appreciate everything you do.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Now, if you guys are ready, we're going to put this up here. And remember, folks, when the hats come in, they will ship it when they come in. But they're going to give it away tonight, and you just have to get a hold of them. Art, tell them again how to get a hold of them.
1 Ton Fishing Club at gmail.com, all spelled out.
Okay. If somebody could put that up in chat, that would just be awesome. Michael Murillo has made it in the chat, or maybe I'm just now seeing him.
Dr. Murillo.
Welcome.
He said sticker is heavy, too.
I know this is
Yeah, Michael Murillo, his daughters put it on their tackle box. Now he has to carry them for them.
That's cool.
I know it was a few months ago.
Thank you, Mark.
Can you see that? There we go. 1 ton cap.
There you go.
We'll
Go
give you
ahead,
guys-
Jared.
I
give you
just
guys
saying,
a few
I know it
minutes.
was a few months ago. I got on one of your lives, James, and you had sent. I won some of those bobbers. And I never got the chance to tell you thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Did you get them?
Yeah, I got it. That's a real good design you got there. I really like those.
Put them to work. If you catch anything, send me some pictures.
I sure will, man.
I've only got a couple of people that send pictures.
Yeah, I got one of them. Rigged up at home. But just as soon as I can get to a body of water with my stuff, I'm gonna take it with me.
Yeah.
I'm trying to catch
There's
up
different
with-
ways to use them on rivers too. You just got to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah.
It's amazed me at how many people actually have taught me different ways of using them.
Yeah.
Junior
Yeah.
Proctor uses them 2 or 3 different ways, dragging baits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he drags them. He puts his planer boards out, then puts 2 floats straight out the back of the boat.
Huh.
He sets them up just like he does his planer boards. They got planer board clips on them.
Yeah.
And hey, right now the only way to get the planer board clip tops is to order the the Mega Pack that's got 2 large, 2 small, and the drifting and all that. So
Yeah.
right now, if I can ever figure out how to speed up that process of making those, I'll probably put them out for sale. But right now, it takes so long to make them that I really wouldn't make nothing off of them.
Right.
I'd really be losing money trying to sell them because, some things people just don't want to pay a lot for, even though that's the most expensive part of the whole float.
Yeah.
L. Stan,
But
welcome
I
to
appreciate
chat.
that.
Yeah, man.
Glad
I
to see you.
appreciate you.
Robin Crowley. Fishing with the Crows back in chat tonight, last week's winner.
Yep. All right, guys, put that name up there, 1 Ton Cap.
1 ton cap.
Exactly like it's wrote.
Yep,
Make sure
we'll
you
give
get
it
the
just
hashtag
a
in
few
there.
minutes longer and we'll cut her off. Kevin Baker. I haven't seen Kevin for a while. Seen him in some other chats. He won a fishing rod when I was out there, James.
Yep. Marsh let me know he's going to send me some stickers tomorrow. Said he's got 2 of them with my name on them. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I got to looking back loud. I went back through a list. Now my computer's trying to restart again. Went back through a list of some of the old names when I first started my show, some of my very first guests, and look at their channel now. And there's a lot of guys that, your show too, Lyle, we brought people on that was just getting started, and their channels is absolutely blowed up, took off, and that makes me feel so good.
Yeah,
that I felt that I was a part of that.
sure.
And
I thought I seen somebody hollering at Kevin, but I haven't seen him. But it's running through here. I could have missed it. I know I seen Epic was in here.
Rez Catfish Hunter
That's a new one.
off the res.
Oh,
Catfish.
off the res. Yeah, we've had him in earlier. Yeah, D's got 1 tonners for life. I agree.
Yeah. And y'all stickers, 1 tonners, are like mine. They're real thick stickers.
Yeah, sticker mule.
And they got a good, do they have the UV protected on them?
Yeah.
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 They said it says it does.
It's been on the back on my top of my cooler in the back of my truck for like 3 or 4 months now. It ain't faded not one time. So.
Right. And that's like the one I got right there. That's been on that Yeti for going on 4 years now. And it ain't peeled off yet. And I wash that thing every day with coffee. My paper catfishing one.
Wash it with coffee.
No, I wash it, but I drink coffee out of it.
We got Swamp Diver Outdoors in here. I've got a hand towel that he sent me. My gosh, must have been 5 or 6 years ago. It's in my camera bag. We take it every time we go. And, man, that is really nice.
He's been around a while, ain't he, Lyle?
Yeah, he has.
If anybody's interested in wondering who we get our stickers from, just send us, get in touch with us somehow, and we'll send you a referral link.
Yeah, it'll save you some money.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm waiting on stickers right now. Mine's probably another week and a half out. That's so backed up.
Have we give everybody that's in is everybody that wants in?
The
Let her,
the
eat,
wrong?
let her eat, Lyle.
the bulk
Buttery?
experience is the last one.
All right. So here we got 55 minutes. Here we're going to make the draw.
We go.
Uncle Josh, 1 Ton Fishing Club.
Nikki George.
Nikki George.
Congratulations.
Absolutely. Nikki, just contact the boys.
Yep.
On
Is she
their,
in the U.S.?
what's that?
Did tell her to put in chat if she's from the U.S. Just to make sure, so we don't.
Yeah, Nikki, if you please let us know that you are from the United States.
I know it's a strange request, but last time we get some stickers away, I had somebody from Canada win, and they're not getting their stickers, and I got to send some more again. And I feel terrible because I don't like to gyp people or people to feel gypped.
Right.
Exactly. I understand. But I know Rebecca said that there's a deal with like Amazon where you have to have an account for overseas stuff. Yes, she is. Very good.
Good.
Just contact them
Congratulations.
boys, and
Chad.
when the hats come in, they will ship it out to you. And
Chad
thanks
said
so
he
much
got
for
robbed
watching
again.
Catfish Week. Do what?
Chad said he got robbed again.
Well,
That's called ginger hate.
it
Did
is.
he enter?
Yeah.
Well, guys, I got to noticing, I think Mr. Lyle at one time used to be red-headed.
Close.
Oh no.
Close, yeah,
Close.
close. And then
Most
you
Shannon
got,
are.
the Chad, and then you got Mark, and then you got that crazy grumpy old man James Dockery. That's 4 redheads in one spot. That sounds like a mess of madhouse to me.
It could be, yeah. I never was a real red, but I was real close.
Yeah, kind of strawberry red,
Yeah,
light,
sort of.
green, blonde, and red. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I was married to a redhead. I know how crazy y'all are.
All right, Lyle, I want to ask one favor before you end your show.
Sure.
In honor of Mr. Dockery, because we miss him so dearly on Fishing with the Chad, I want to see if we can light up chat with Krampus canes. Let's light it up, chat. Hit up Krampus canes.
Did he contact you?
No, but I miss seeing them. I love Chad, but I miss seeing them together on the show, man. It's not the same.
Dockery.
They're Catfishing's favorite couple.
Yeah, you don't see me in chat a whole lot like you used to. And
No, he doesn't do as much of it as he used to, but I do know that he is feeling better, and we're glad that he is feeling better.
Yeah.
Because he had a pretty rough go of it. He had a big goal of catching a bunch of fish this year, and he was well on his way to making that happen, and got sick, and he's just now getting back where he can get out after it. And actually, I think that Katie stands on him a little bit, and he minds her fairly well. I mean, he's not perfect. He's like any other kid, but he does get to the point where he wants to do more, but hot weather and stuff bothers him. But he's doing so much better than he was.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, how you doing?
It's our pastor, Ricky.
It's our pastor.
Nice to meet all you
Come on,
guys.
sir.
Nice to see you, sir.
Y'all catch a big one.
Who is that? Who is
Not tonight.
Good luck.
Who is that guy?
That was Peter.
He knows who he is. He's just playing.
I'm talking about Rick.
I got you.
It's really awesome if they allow you to use that church to do that stuff. But you can imagine a church would have the great internet connection and stuff.
Oh yeah, we got a good internet connection.
Yeah, that's some of the problems.
All of our services are streamed on Facebook, and we're working on the other end of the building to stream some stuff.
Throughout the years, there has been an issue with people that some people just don't want to do shows, and I got that. Some of them are a little camera shy or whatever, and other people just do not have the internet connection, even with their phones, that they can be successful at doing it. And it's getting better all the time, but I know there for a long time, and James can attest to it, when we was using Hangouts, it was really hard to get quality video to put out.
Man.
Hey, Mike Greenwell, welcome.
Yeah, these new people out here got all these shows. They don't realize the trouble me and you went through, do they?
Oh, dude.
Man. You literally take one day to try to get everything set up to make sure that it would run
Yeah.
for the next day.
Yeah.
Because you like to
That's
spend 3 or
terrible.
4 hours just trying to get them logged in.
It was terrible. It
Now,
ain't no
some of them
good
come right in.
start.
This message is brought to you by Mountain Dew Baja Blast Zero.
I got a message from Mr. D himself. Said, "Don't say anything good. I am watching."
Who said that?
James Dockery.
Did he?
Mr. Dockery, don't get mad.
All right, now line it up with the anger faces.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't thank you guys enough for spending your Monday, especially you, Jared. You're down there working. You're working 7 days a week to take time out to come in here and visit with us for a little while. And you guys, you're all working and doing stuff and trying to get things done. And you meet up down there at the church and come on and sit down and do an hour-and-a-half show with James and I. It means the world to us, and we're so glad for your success, and you're making your 1,000 subscriber things, and I just see bigger and better things coming along for you guys as time goes along.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you. And it's been a good change in my routine, too, to get off. Instead of just coming chill in the room, I can be on here with you guys. So it's been fun for me.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But,
Thank y'all. We really
Just be
appreciate
safe
it.
out there.
well,
We
you
appreciate
guys
it.
have, I watch you guys a lot at night and stuff when I'm sitting here tying jigs and things, and I can listen to you guys fishing. Sometimes I get in there and visit around with you, and but a lot of times people don't realize I might listen to somebody for 2 or 3 hours and not say a whole lot in there, but we do say a lot. But I'm glad to see you guys making it work like you have, and all 4 of you doing great, and everything's going good, and your channel's progressing right along.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Appreciate
mean,
it. You've enjoyed it.
none of it would be possible without all the subscribers and you guys out there, and all of our friends like LG Bass, Aaron, Catfish Regulators, Tim King. Who else has helped us? Or stranger fished with us.
Friends are everything, man.
Yeah, pretty much.
And the catfish community is a family, and as long as we take care of each other, we'll all survive.
Yep.
Right.
And if it wasn't for everybody that watches, it wouldn't be a show.
That's exactly right.
There wouldn't be no YouTube, would there?
There wouldn't be. And I had a guy tell me one time, well, the same people that watch your show watches the other show. Is everybody that watches has got a channel. That's not true.
No.
That's not true. There's a lot of people that watch every show.
Yeah.
But they don't have a channel. And it's not the same old people. It's like watching television. Certain people want to watch certain things, and that's what they're going to do. And we are so thankful for each and every one of them.
There's another new name, Small Town Catfishers.
Glad to see you in there.
What's up? We've seen them in some of our lives and stuff.
I hear you.
I see 3+1 made it in.
Well, one tonners, where did I figure out and come up with the name of my channel? Patriot Catfishers of America. Y'all ought to be able to answer that. Y'all sitting in the church. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men.
Yep.
Who did tell that to? James?
Yep. Jesus said to James.
Very
He told him
nice.
to put down his nets and follow him.
Very
They
nice.
asked him what was it about the dead. He said, "Let the dead bury the dead."
Yep.
Guys, it's been a blessing tonight. Thank you, Jared, for being out of town and coming in here and joining us. Have a safe trip home when you head back this way anyway.
I'm sure gonna try, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Absolutely. We'll have to do this again one of these days, guys. You take care of yourself. James, you got a guest for Wednesday night?
Yeah, no, myself.
Okay.
Hopefully, y'all get to see James back out on the boat again.
JR gonna
That's
come
what I'm
with you.
planning on for Wednesday night to do a live on the water.
We're looking forward to that. Be
I'm
sure to tune in next week.
If I can remember how to catch a catfish, though.
It'll come back to you. Trust me.
Been so long.
It'll come back to you.
We got
You
some-
hear me hollering, "Oh, I got 100-pounder," and it'd be a 5-pounder. You know,
Hey,
that
call
first
Peter.
initial pull down, it always is littler than what you think it is.
Be a 1-tonner.
Yeah, it'd be a 1-tonner.
Oh, I know. I was going to tell everybody to make sure they watch the Chad on the bait shop on Thursday night, and then right after that, Mark and I'll be on with Panfish Nation.
Yep, sure enough. I got to call Mr. Doctor tomorrow. Lyle, that was the first time I ever seen, except one time when he had showed them pictures of those jellyfish, freshwater jellyfish.
Isn't that cool?
We had a rock quarry over here off of Neil Hawkins Road. It had been there for years. We used to swim in it, and there was stuff in the bottom of it. Anyway, I was down there fishing one day, and I thought somebody was up over here in the rocks and spitting the water right there where I was at. And I got to looking, and it was 2 quarter-sized jellyfish. Well, I scooped them up in my cup and took them home, and I had a big 55-gallon aquarium. Well, my dumbtail forgot to turn off the top pumps, and it sucked them right up against the filter system, and it killed the crap out of them. And that was the way I was actually going to stop them from filling in that rock quarry, was to prove that it had some kind of aquatic life like that in it, because the other fish was transported and dumped in there. This right here was not transported and dumped. It was from years of being sitting in there full of water. And I killed them. I didn't even think about they couldn't swim against that current. And it pulled them right up against it. But that was the weirdest thing. I've never seen any more like it. That's the only
That's the first time I'd ever seen any. I was pretty impressed. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week.
God bless.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man.